Hi friends, this is Sarvajin here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today the topic I'm going to discuss about CGMP. So what is IGMP is a Internet Group Management Protocol, which is a layer 3 protocol. So assume the switch is not there between the router and the host. Always the router will send the membership queries every 60 seconds to the host. And the host which is interested in receiving the traffic, it will send a membership report. So that is the purpose of IGMP. So IGMP is a layer 3 protocol. So what about CGMP? So CGMP is a layer 2 protocol which have to configure on router on the switch. So after configuring the CGMP, it can even communicate the layer 2 information to the switch. So that is the benefit of CGMP. So CGMP we have to configure without CGMP it can communicate only the layer 3 information. So after configuring the CGMP, it will communicate the layer 2 information to switches. So it will create a CGMP packet. So the router will create a CGMP packet and switch can only understand the CGMP messages from the router. So that is the difference between CGMP and IGMP. So now let us go to configuration R1 switch and the host, and I'm going to configure the PIM protocol. So without the PIM I can't enable the CGMP. So before that let us enable the PIM protocol on router, the switch and the host, right? So let us go to the router and go to the configuration mode. So I have to enable the PIM protocol, right? So go to R1, interface faster than at 1/0. So IP PIM sparse mode, right? And go to switch ESW1. I configure the VLAN as VLAN1. That's the management VLAN. Interface VLAN1, IP PIM sparse mode. So after that, we have to configure it on this corresponding host. R2 I configured as a host. So I have to configure in faster than at 1/0. So go to this host. Configuration mode, interface, fast Ethernet, 1/0, IP PIM, sparse mode. So we have configured the sparse mode. This is mainly for PIM, the communication between router, switch and the host. I configured the PIM protocol on all these three devices. So in all these three devices configured with the same subnet, right? 192.168 series. This is 1.1, this is 1.2 and 1.3. So this I configured the management VLAN and the default gateway is 1.1. So what will happen after configuring the CGMP? Whenever router, this host sends a IGMP message, that's a report message to router, right? R1 will carry the information like GDA. GDA is a group destination address and USA. It will create a CGMP join message with the information. So what is the group destination address is a multicast address, and there is a specific multicast MAC address associated with the multicast address. So it will create the CGMP join message. So that message contains GDA. That's a group destination address, and also it will always contains the USA. USA is the unicast MAC address of this corresponding host. All this information it will carries in the CGMP join message. So it will create a CGMP join message with all this detail, and it will communicate to switch. So once the switch receives a CGMP join message, we will update the MAC address accordingly. It will create the CAM table and it will update the MAC address accordingly, and it will send only the information to the interested receivers. So that is the benefit of CGMP, Cisco Group Management Protocol. So let us see, now let us enable the CGMP. Go to the configuration mode, interface faster than 1/0 IP CGMP. I enabled it. So the CGMP I have to enable on router and the switch only, right? So that is the purpose of communicating the layer 2 information from router to switch. So now let us enable it on switch. Interface VLAN 1 IP CGMP, right? So now let us debug the IP CGMP, and also let us do debug IP CGMP. So now you can see the things. It always create the join message with the GDA and the USA. USA is a unicast source address. GDA I already told is a group destination address. It's a specific MAC, multicast MAC address associated with the multicast address. So it will create a GDA and the USA. So after that, now what I'm going to do, so now I have not created any join message. So I'm going to create a join message in this corresponding host, and this host say it is interested in receiving the multicast traffic for this group. So immediately send a IGMP join message. Based on that information, the router will create a GDA and USA. So GDA already told, I have told is a multicast MAC address, and USA is nothing but the source address of the host. So let us go to R2. Interface faster than 1/0 IP IGMP join group 239.1.1.1. So I'm creating this. Immediately you can see the changes. So immediately you can see here, right? It is sending it will receive the IGMP report, and based on it is received the IGMP report from this corresponding host, and based on that information, it will create a join message, right? GDA, this corresponding multicast MAC address, and the USA, that is a Unicast source address of the host. So based on that information, now it will communicate to ESW1. So you can see here in the corresponding message also. So this is a join message. So you can see here it will create the group destination address that is associated multicast MAC address. So first 3 bits will remain the same, 010005. It is a multicast MAC address, and then the Unicast source address, right? So after that, it will communicate the information to switch ESW1. So now let us see in switch. So switch also receive the message, right? So now let us see show IP IGMP groups. So now you can receive the group because already it interested in receiving this traffic. So it sends a IGMP message, it creates a CGMP message, join message, and it communicates the switch. The switch will update the MAC address accordingly, and you can see the information. So what happened if this corresponding host is not interested in receiving the group, receiving this corresponding multicast traffic, it will send a leave message. So again, it will create a CGMP leave message. So let us go here R2, go to the configuration mode, interface faster than 1/0. I am just removing this group. So immediately R2, what will do? It will send a leave message, leave group message. It will send an immediate leave group message to the corresponding R1. So R1 will again create a CGMP leave message. So now let us see. We are able to see, right? It is sending a leave message on faster than 1/0 with the corresponding detail. It will create a GDA at the USA. Then it will again send it to ESW1, that is switch. So based on that information, now the switch will update the MAC address. So now you can see here this group is not there. That means I already removed the group. So that same information, the router received that report and communicate the later information to ESW1, that is a switch. So that is the thing you are updating in the MAC address table, right? You are receiving the IGMP groups. So now you can see the same thing. So like CGMP join message. So here, see here, that is a CGMP leave message carrying the group destination address. That is what we call as GDE and USA. That is a Unicast source address. So these are the information you have to understand about the CGMP. So what is CGMP? Is a Cisco Group Management Protocol, which is a layer 2 protocol, which is configured on R1 and switch, right? So R1 will create a CGMP message, but switch can only understand listen to the CGMP conversation based on the information received. What are the information received from router is GDA. There's a group destination address and the USA Unicast source address. So based on that information, it will update the port accordingly. So once it sends a leave message, it will remove the port from the CAM table entry and it will create the new CAM table. And based on that information, it will update it. So this is how the Cisco Group Management Protocol works. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.